children. In this video we are going to learn how to compare two rational numbers. So here three cases are there. Those are comparing two positive numbers, comparing two negative numbers, comparing one positive and one negative rational number. Now we learn how to compare two positive rational numbers. Actually comparing two positive rational numbers is nothing but comparing two fractions only. So let us take one example. Suppose here 3 by 8, 5 by 6. These two positive rational numbers we have to compare. So how to compare? What is the short method? We can do cross multiplication in this way. So now 3 6 are 18, 8 5s are 40. So 80 is less than 40. So here whatever sign you get in between the two rational numbers also we get the same sign. So how to write 3 by 8 is less than 5 by 6. The same method we can follow for any type of fraction, proper or improper also. Mixed fractions actually it is very easy to compare. Suppose here 2 1 by 3 is there and 3 5 by 8. Okay, so here how to compare two mixed rational numbers, mixed fractions we can say. So here only the whole number you can compare, so it is less than. So 2 1 by 3 is less than 3 5 by 8 without converting into improper fraction also, just by seeing the whole numbers we can compare. That is the method of comparing two positive rational numbers. It is just similar to comparison of fractions. Let us see how to compare two negative rational numbers. Example, minus 7 by 9 minus 2 by 5. Okay, any two rational numbers. Here I have taken these two, and now what is the procedure is, as it is you can do cross multiplication and you can compare. Otherwise, first ignore the sign and compare the two fractions. Ignore the sign means what? Both will be fractions like 7 by 9 and 2 by 5, and then you have to reverse the order. How it is we will see. Ignore the sign. That means what? Ignore the negative sign actually here. So then 7 by 9, 2 by 5. Now just like fractions we have to do cross multiplication. 7 5s are 35, 9 2s are 18, 35 is greater than 18. So 7 by 9 is greater than 2 by 5. Then with the negative sign actually we have to compare these two numbers. Then what we have to do? With the negative sign means you have to reverse the order. That means you have to change the sign. If it is 7 by 9 is greater than 2 by 5, then minus 7 by 9 is less than minus 2 by 5. How it is? Just one example. I will give simple example. If 10 is greater than 3, then minus 10 is less than minus 3, isn't it? Once you check it, minus 10 is less than minus 3. In the same way, here also with negative sign means we have to change the sign. That means we have to reverse the order. In that way also we can say. Okay, ignore the sign and compare the two fractions, then reverse the order. In that way we can compare two negative rational numbers. See how to compare one positive and one negative rational number. So here example, if I take minus 5 by 7 and 2 by 11. Comparing one positive and one negative rational number is obvious. That means it's very clear how it is. Definitely any negative rational number is less than any positive rational number. If I give another example, 8 by 13 minus 12 by 15. So here 8 by 13 it is positive. Any positive number is greater than any negative number. Okay, any positive number is greater than any negative number. So no need to do any cross multiplication and all. Just by observing what is positive and what is negative you can compare. Now we have seen how to compare two rational numbers. That is the same procedure we have to follow even for 3 or 4 rational numbers, the comparison. Okay, so ascending, that means arranging in ascending order or descending order we are going to do in exercise sums. Children, next concept is rational numbers between rational numbers. Can you guess how many rational numbers will be there between any two given rational numbers? We will see. So here, before that, I want to ask one question. Suppose if you take 5 and 15. 5 and 15. How many integers are there between 5 and 15? How many will be there? What you have to do? What is the procedure to find out the number of integers between any two given integers? That is, you have to find the difference and then minus 1. What is the difference? Difference is 15 minus 5, that is 10. So the number of integers between 5 and 15. Number of integers between 5 and 15 equal to 15 minus 5, that is actually 10 minus 1. So 10 minus 1 is 9. So between 5 and 15, 9 integers are there. Okay, that is the procedure to find out how many integers are there between any two given integers. The same procedure even for negative integers. Okay, like this we cannot say how many rational numbers are there between any two given rational numbers. Okay, one example. Suppose if I take 2 by 5, 6 by 5. Between these two, we can write 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 5 by 5, like this. Okay, already we have seen in representing the number line also. Representing on the number line also we have seen. In between 2 by 5 and 6 by 5, definitely these numbers will be there. So now tell me, between 2 by 5 and 3 by 5, any other number will be there or not? Any other number definitely will be there. How can you say that? Okay, so here the average concept also here you have to once revise. What is meant by average of the two numbers or mean of the two numbers? That is the sum of quantities by number of quantities. So here if you take the average 2 by 5 plus 3 by 5, how many numbers we are adding? 2 numbers we are adding. Okay, so now 2 by 5 plus 3 by 5 is 5 by 5 divided by 2, that is 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2 is nothing but 1 by 2. So 2 by 5 and 3 by 5. In between these two, how many are, what is the number we got? 1 by 2. So in between these two, we can insert 1 by 2. So just like that, again the average of 2 by 5 and 1 by 2 you can take. Then one more number you will get. So like this, if you go on doing the mean, that means if you go on finding the average, then you will be getting the rational numbers between the rational numbers. So in that way, between any two rational numbers, there are uncountable rational numbers. Okay. If you have to find out, suppose 5 or 10 rational numbers between the given two rational numbers, we cannot use this mean method. You can use, but at a time you are going to get only one rational number. So again you have to find out the mean, then again one more rational number you will get. So in this way it takes time. Okay, and it is not so easy to find out 10 rational numbers or 20 rational numbers like that in between any two given rational numbers. So for that what we are going to do is another method we are going to follow. Okay, that is taking the LCM and writing the equivalent rational numbers method. So that is example. Suppose you have to find out the rational numbers. How many? 5. 5 rational numbers you have to find out. Any 5, actually many will be there. Many rational numbers will be there between any two rational numbers. So here the question is find 5 rational numbers between minus 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 5. Minus 3 by 2 minus 1 by 5. In between these two, any 5 rational numbers you have to find out. So what we have to do is, what I said, you have to take the LCM and you have to make them like rational numbers by writing equivalent rational numbers. So what is the LCM of 2 and 5? LCM of 2 and 5 is 10. So minus 3 by 2 with denominator 10 we want. With denominator 10. Okay. So for that here into 5, denominator, numerator also with the same number. So minus 15 by 10. So just like that, even for minus 1 by 5, we have to write the equivalent rational number with the denominator 10. By 10 only, here we got the LCM as 10. Okay. So 5 into 2, so minus 2 by 10. So now we want 5 rational numbers between minus 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 5. That means minus 15 by 10 and minus 2 by 10. Minus 15 by 10, minus 2 by 10. So you have to see the numerators now. In between minus 15 and minus 2, whatever integers are there, you can write those integers as numerators, and then you can write with the same denominator 10 only. So minus 14 by 10, minus 13 by 10, minus 5 by 10, minus 11 by 10, minus 10 by 10, until minus 3 by 10 you can write. Okay, until after minus 3 by 10, minus 2 by 10 you will get. So here we got any 5 rational numbers you can write from these. For example, if one whole number like minus 2 and one rational number, okay, minus 5 by 8. Minus 2, in between minus 2 and minus 5 by 8, any 4 rational numbers you have to write, any 4 rational numbers. Then how to write, we see. So here actually what we discussed, we have to take the LCM and then we have to make them like rational numbers. So for that, minus 2 can be written as minus 2 by 1. So what is the LCM of 1 and 8? That is 8. So minus 2, we can write it as into 8 into 8. We have to multiply with 8 since we want the denominator 8. So minus 16 by 8. So here already we have minus 5 by 8 only. That means we need not convert this. Already it is having denominator 8 only. So between minus 16 and minus 5, what are the integers we have between minus 16 and minus 5? So minus 15 by 8, minus 14 by 8, minus 13 by 8, minus 12 by 8, like that until minus 6 by 8 you can write any 4. Many rational numbers will be there between any 2 rational numbers. So from those any 4 you can write. Actually this is one of the methods to take the LCM and make them like rational numbers. Then just writing, that means considering the numerators and then changing the numerators and writing with the same denominator. This is just one method of finding the rational numbers between rational numbers. Otherwise mean method is also there, but at a time only one rational number we get in mean method. That's why mostly we are going to follow this method. Hope you understood how to find out rational numbers between rational numbers. Thank you.